Good morning, everyone. How are you today? It is Thursday. It is September 4th, 2025. This is a tough day for me. So I'm going to really try to keep it together and stay positive and get myself together here and get my day started with you. Thanks for joining me this morning. Do you have your coffee, your makeup, your supplies, all your good tools? Today I'm going to be using this palette. This is a LA Colors Glam, and we're going to be using the grays today because I am wearing gray. I'm wearing my Duke shirt. A year ago today I lost him, and it's a tough day. It's a really tough day. It's a tough day for my husband and I, but I'm really going to try to keep it together and start my day. So I have my under eye and my foundation and everything already on this morning. And so I'm coming in now with my Laura Mercier tinted loose powder. And when it comes in a very pink, sort of neon pink color, which I'm not fond of. I like the way that I can manipulate it to get the loose powder to the color that I am looking for. And I will explain, sorry, I forgot my little towel here. Sort of explain what I'm talking about with that. So when this color comes in, it's more like this color, really bright pink. Okay, baby doll pink, and that's too bright for me. So what I do is when the comes in a similar size container to this, I cut it in half. I take half of it out and put it in a small container like this. It comes in a container similar to this. I take half of it out, and then on each one of them, then because now I have two units of powder, I add my own face powder to it, a clear, translucent, very ivory color translucent powder, and I get this much softer pink than it comes in. And I do that for a couple of reasons. To, one, give myself more product, right? Because I'm doubling what I'm buying. Two, the powder gives me a component that helps to absorb any oils in my skin through the day. So it helps me control that matte finish that I'm looking for, especially because I live in the Houston area. It's extremely humid, and so the powder helps to control the humidity and shine that I get on my face, because I do like a very matte finish. And it changes the color. So I'm kind of doing three things. To one, my product obviously lasts a lot longer because I'm doubling the amount of volume that I have by adding the same amount of powder to the product that I'm buying. So it lasts longer too. So I'm actually helping my budget out. The powder color, when it goes on, you don't think that you see the really, really bright pink, but I actually do. So that's why I split this in half and get it to the color and consistency that I'm looking for. A lot of people have disagreed with me on this and don't think that I should do it. I don't know why they think I shouldn't do it. After all, it's my product, but nosy people are nosy, and people that think that they have the right to tell you and I how to do our makeup. I would never tell you that. I'm just here to help you, maybe give you some instructions, some tips, and to share a morning to get ourselves ready for the day. Encourage you to take the time for yourself to put your best foot forward every day so you can be ready for the day, so you can get out there and knock their socks off with a great first impression, because you only get 10 seconds to make that and you never get it back again. So my whole driving force is to help you look the best you can, feel the best you can, be ready whenever those opportunities come along, and help you have a fabulous, terrific, productive day, and encourage you and support you and help you along the way with tips that I've learned over the years, especially when I was in the modeling industry when I was much younger. So today we're going to start with a lighter color on the entire lid area. And we're just going to put that all down. And get that really well blended into the entire eye socket area. Now I am seeing that I hit my brows a little too hard when I put the powder on, so I'm going to just come back in and fill in a little bit. Because on here I have my Adele brow powder, which I use to fill in my brows, and then this product right here is Benefit Bang brow gel, and I love this product. This really does work. You know, you buy all these products in this industry and you hope that what they, you know, advertise really does work, and for the most part, I would say 60% of what is advertised works. I'm a bit skeptic, but this one really does work, and it locks those brows in all day. It does come with, you can buy it in a packet or you can buy these individually. The packet has 4 parts to it. It has this, the eye pencil, a wax product, which I don't like. It seems very, very thick and hard to control. And then a color filler and an actual little brush that you can fill in color if you need to. I actually prefer the pencil and this because I have much more control over what I'm doing with that. All right, so we are wearing my beautiful Dookie shirt in honor of my beautiful boy that I miss so very much. So I'm going to do some gray today, some light gray in this palette that I have here, this LA Colors. I was watching a video of this very unhappy lady on social media, and it was a political video, and she was absolutely just tearing apart Trump supporters and saying that the women who support Trump buy all their makeup from the trashy company LA Colors. And I thought to myself, you know, lady, really? You're going to make a political statement, turn it into a political statement by what women wear on their face because they have a budgetary constraint. They can't afford to go buy makeup products that are $50 a piece. And I just thought it just really, really hit me the wrong way. And I thought, you know, how dare you make such a horrific statement? You don't know anybody that's on the other side of this camera. If you do, you're lucky. The majority of us don't. So, you know, that's just an attack on individuals that I find very repugnant. Okay, so I'm just coming back in with a little bit more light color here, just to make sure that you don't have any dark shadowing at the corner of my nose right here. I want to make sure that that's very, very bright. don't want any dark shadowing. And then we're going to pick up a darker gray. And we're going to outline. Now, if you really wanted this to stand out and be really bold, this color and this outlining, you could get the end of your brush here and you could get it wet. So when you pick up the product on your brush, it's going to have a different consistency and it's going to become a bolder color. It's not going to be so muted like it's doing here. And we're just sort of blending those. I'm going to come back in with a little bit of the lighter color and just kind of blend over. Sort of soften those a little bit. That looks really nice. It's a very soft look, this gray color, but I think it's a really good everyday technique, color palette, because it can go with so many different things. Gray is sort of the new neutral, I think, and just about everybody looks really good in gray eyeshadow. All skin tones, all hair colors, all eye colors. It's just a really versatile color that goes with so many other colors too, especially colors that you are wearing, you know, in your clothes. It's a very complementary color. It really is the new neutral, in my opinion. Okay, so we got that all on. That looks really good. So let's take our Kabuki brush here and our finishing powder, and let's just make sure that I've got all that blush with soft edges. Want to get that really matte look. That looks really nice. Okay. Time for lip gloss and mascara. So we're going to curl the lashes here. Thanks very much, everyone, for your great comments too on the technique of curling the lashes. I got some really great feedback and I appreciate that so very much, and I'm really glad that helped some of you guys with the technique of curling the lashes. So I'm going to do it again. So I take my curler and I place it on my lid and I push it backwards. That takes the lashes and pulls them up and out, so I can get my wand on the very base of the lashes to get a really good curl. And when you do this, you should see, I'm just gonna, don't know if that, well, I hope that didn't disconnect, but push it up and then bring your curler to the under area. You actually taking it to the bottom part of the lash, the very bottoms of each stalk. And then coming through with my Milani Black is Black mascara here, going to the very base of the lash and pulling it up. Really trying to get to the bottom of the stalk. this way, I'm really using my wand here and the formula of the mascara to really try to lock in that curl. Because if you can get it to the stalk where you've got the curl, the product, obviously, the formula from the mascara actually acts like a hairspray for these lashes. So you get a much longer curl throughout the day. Just got to be real careful when you're doing it that you don't poke yourself in the eye. Now for me, because I'm really struggling with these little lashes to come in here, I'm just going to do one little coat here. And I'm going to let it really dry. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to add another layer of mascara to try to help the deficit that I have in my lashes. And I'm just using the very end here to get to the bottom of these lashes. Just like to see that I have some bottom lashes. I don't like a whole lot down there. And then I'm just going to come back in and try to get to the very end now of my lashes. Add a little bit. Same over here. Just to the end. Okay, we're going to let this dry now. And then in a few minutes, I'll come back in, add another coat, and see how it finishes for the day. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. This gray is such a beautiful gray. It's a really, really good gray. It's not a gray green. It's just a very, very true gray. And I do love this palette. I think this is a great palette. It's very versatile. What I used today, just to show you, is this is what I used all over. Then I came through with a combination of these two to do in my transition. And then this one is what I started the outline with. And then I came back through and I just softened it a little bit with the lighter color just to get a diffused outline, so it wasn't quite so dark. Now I do want to show you, if you wanted to get a smoky eye with this, get you a really fluffy brush, dip it into your darker color, not much, just a little on the brush, and then just come right here towards the outer corner and just pull it right here on the outer corner. And you can get that smoky sort of eye look. And then bring it down and have it sort of connect right here with your lower lash line. And just use your brush to create this smoky eye look. Now the only thing I would tell you when you do that is to grab your lighter color or your finishing powder and just make sure that you don't have any fallout from that darker color that we just used. You want to make sure that you're always having that bright under eye look. It just helps your eyes to stand up and out and look at attention, if you will. So that's it today, girls and guys, on this very difficult day for me. My beloved boy, I lost him a year ago today. Trying really hard to keep it together. That's what he would want. So, many blessings on this Thursday. Get out there and knock it out of the park today. Be ready for those all important 10-second first impressions. You never know when they're going to come, and they can truly change the trajectory of your life. So don't sell yourself short. Be ready for them at all costs, because you don't ever get them back again. You never get that opportunity again. And they really do have great power to change so many things. Just be ready for them. Put your best foot forward. Make it a spectacular day wherever you are. Get out there and knock it out of the park today. Hit a grand slam. Be safe. Always check your surroundings. Thanks so much for joining me on this morning. We're just using the neutral, the gray. I think it's a very flattering color for everyone. And it is so versatile too. The thing that I love about gray is it can go from day work, you know, your corporate look, your work look, into evening very quickly, and it can truly become dramatic by just adding a little bit more color, and positioning of the color can take you from day well into black tie night. And just by, you know, doing some small touch-ups, if you don't have the opportunity to redo your whole face, because a lot of us are very busy. Most of us are very busy. So that's a good tip to just remember that gray can build into a very dramatic dark gray black, and that is always dramatic when you're using a lot of black. So there we go. Have a great day, everyone. This is Carrie from Texas. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. We're all about empowering each other to be the very best we can every day. Put our best foot forward. Please like, subscribe, and share. That helps me so much to grow this community. And hopefully we will continue to grow, and we'll be able to get some discounts out there for everyone by doing affiliate marketing to help you save some money on the products that you love to use. And I haven't forgotten about the hair. I also haven't forgotten about a full face, and it's all coming. It's just been a kind of a crazy few days for me. So God bless you. Thanks for joining me. Make it a spectacular Thursday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I want to hear from you. So God bless. Take care.